Hi everybody, Bob Pucillo here again at Forest Packaging, and I'm going to walk you through a project we just recently did, one that we like to take on. We've done it many times, so we know we can handle it pretty easily. We were given the option to go into a club store with product, and we were given raw drawings and a PowerPoint presentation which basically laid out how the customer wanted to take this project forward, and that's really all we had to start with. But there was a decent amount of information, so if you look closely here, this is what our customer presented to the club store saying, hey, we'd like to put the product in the store. They gave that to us and said, is this something you can work around? So the first step we would do is we look at this presentation, we look at what they're shooting for. And in this case, like, one thing we noticed is these are two different projects for them because it's two different what they would call flavors of product. One is a cleaner for general use, one is a cleaner for bathroom. But the first thing we're going to notice is the bottle is the same. So when we see something like that, we're going to simplify this project and say, this is one project, this is one tray we need to make. So right away, these two are put together. So the first step, we know the arrangement they were shooting for. We know how many they wanted to get on each layer for this project. So we have a program here that does palletization. What we then did was create the bottle mock form in the program, basically a tray. We threw in some dimensions we know we need for excess to make sure things fit, they're not too snug, and we let it tell us the pallet pattern that's going to work. Once I know that, now I know the limit I can't go over with the tray. Then beyond that, the customer was gracious enough, they sent us a very large supply of product, and this is some of it here. Once I had the product in hand, now I can measure out the bottle, I can test the weight, I can see what I have to support, and we were able to go with a basic three-sided displayed tray that works very well in club stores. It's got a lot of strength in the corners because of being doubled over, a rigid front edge. This meets all the specifications of the particular club store that they're trying to get into. Then made the tray, put the product in. How quickly can we do this? If we can do it quick, the customer can do it quick. We look at it, we like the fit, we know we're in the parameters of that pallet pattern that we set, so we know it's going to work on the pallet. Once we know this works, then we just go forward and we come up with an outer wrap and then a cap that goes over that. Now that was not requested in the original paperwork, but expertise, years we've been doing this, we know that the club store is anything like this where the bottle can get punctured. They want something protecting this on the outside. So we just went ahead and put that in. When we showed the customer, they said, oh, thank you, we hadn't thought about that. We said, that's fine, we know, we made sure we covered it. And that went over 5 different products that they had in their presentation. So we just repeated the process, and in some cases we were able to use the same design, copy it out, tweak it, make some adjustments, make the next tray. All in all, it came down to being a pretty simple project to develop, but that's the kind of expertise we have here. We've been doing this a long time. We know the background, we know what they're looking for. We get some good startup information, we can get you to a finished product.